The way that Arcane plays ideally is you have to kind of lead your cooldowns. So you can cast Radiant Spark when you have 9 seconds left on Magi. So this is just to demonstrate when cooldowns come back up. Once I'm here at 10 seconds, I can cast Spark. And then watch how Magi comes up right as I want to cast it. 2, 3, Nether Tempest. Boom. So that right there, I'd say is like the biggest DPS gain, in that I feel like Arcane doesn't really, the damage doesn't go up and down as much as it kind of just stays high, because the amount of time between ramps is probably, I don't know, 10% of our time. It's pretty wild. Yeah, once you start leading your cooldowns like that, you'll find that everything kind of syncs back up, so long as you continue to do that on cooldown. The key and keys to keeping your damage high, from what I found, is actually has a lot more to do with getting your cooldowns on cooldown, like pretty much the beginning of every trash pack. And what I mean by that is whatever cooldowns are ready, pretty much send them. Usually that's going to be, you know, either a mini ramp or, you know, a surge. Try to run in with the tank and start your ramp as soon as you get into combat. And what I like, if you haven't prepped 20 Arcane Harmony stacks, that's fine, right? Even more so than that, if you have no charges and no stacks, I still think it's a good idea to go into your ramp like that, and just go, just send it. Because getting stuff on cooldown is generally way more important. So the AOE doesn't have so much of that continuous thing as much as it is, I think, getting the most value out of every use of cooldowns. Towards the end of every pull, you want to try and, essentially when things get into execute range, you want to try to start pooling your 4 charges and 20 stacks so you can just go straight into a ramp on the next pull. Choosing your target to cleave off of, that's a big one, actually. So have you noticed that Barrage doesn't like to cleave? So here comes the Barrage. I send the Barrage out, and I think it's about here. Edge of the hitbox is, I should probably point with my mouse. Sorry, you see about here? And the edge of the hitbox is right over here, right? So it's not actually going to hit. Hasn't hit yet. There we go. Now it hit, right? So it doesn't hit until it hit about his spine and his neck. But your 40 yards is determined off the edge of this hitbox. So really big hitboxes or enemies that are moving or things like that, basically the cleave distance of Barrage is determined off that spot right in the center. So for really big hitboxes, I've noticed there could be an ad sitting right here and it might not cleave. So what that means in keys basically is you want to try to look for high health melee targets that are not going to be like CC'd, that'll keep up with the tank, that don't like stop and channel, stuff like that. Because you want your Magi target and all of your barrages to cleave as much as possible. Unless, have you used the Horn of Valor at all? Because it's hilariously dumb. It is a good trinket. It's a lot of main stat. So it transforms you. And I don't know if you could tell, but like it's not responding the same, like in time with the global. Like the hot streaks are taking a while to go out, and like the weird casting animations of this Vicryl? I don't know how to pronounce that. It like slows down enough to where you'll cast a pyro and you'll think that it's cast, and then you'll hit Fire Blast and it won't do anything. It'll be like you Fire Blasted with a hot streak still. Very annoying. Here's the big thing that I really like about Ice Floes. Say like on Kurog, there's a mechanic where the whole raid has to stack up, and then only like 4 or 5 people get something where they have to run out to the right and everybody else runs left, right? So what I like to do is, while we're running up, I'll drop my rune over here, and then I'll go here. So if I don't get it, I run this way and I'm well clear and I'm still in my room. So you can do a Droptimizer sim. If you're not familiar with simming your character, you need to download the SimCraft add-on, just that one, and you can type /simseat. Get that and then load it into raid bots. And what the Droptimizer does is it gives you the ability to choose, okay, I'm farming keys, I'm farming whatever. Let's do just a simple, straightforward one boss, minutes. Let's see if I farm. Well, let's look what I need to get in my vault. Oh. Not allowed to sim all dungeons if you don't have Raid Bots Premium, but this is essentially the process. So this gives you like a list of things you want to target, dungeons you want to run, stuff like that. I will say though that as your stats change, like upgrades become relative primarily, like as your item level goes up, because secondaries shift around and whatnot. So top gear simming comparatively between whatever items you have available is usually your best option. So like my Rage Feather, I could upgrade this to 415 and then compare it to what I currently have here. Actually, let's find out. Oh, did I even sim it against Horn of Valor? Oh, I did. Ha! Sold. The idea of using 2 passive trinkets for fire is actually kind of amazing, because that's rarely ever a thing. Fire AOE is really just single target right now. So you want to pick whatever the highest health target is, because you ideally never want to swap targets. And on that, macros that I think are important or very helpful for fire are things like, you know, set your focus with mouse over so you don't have to change targets and have that hotkeyed. I don't know if that's a macro. If you can, I think you can do that in the key bindings window. But also mouse over Scorch and focus Scorch. And the reason for that is because as things die, right, if they're lower health mobs, because you're targeting the high health one, you don't have to change your target, so you can Scorch off of nameplates, right? And you can use that to fish for crits, which makes keeping your field of burn up throughout a pull a little bit easier. Okay, so the AOE rotation pretty much falls into during main combustion. I generate 7 SKB stacks, and then I'll cast Rune, shifting, and go into that SKB proc. So I get to 3 field of burn. I'm gambling a little bit on this Pyroclasm proc because early Pyroclasm procs kind of feel like they slow everything down a lot. And I just won the gamble because it refreshed, right? So now I'm keeping field of burn up and casting another. I did just cast Fire Blast during this, even though it didn't convert a hot streak, but I did that to keep field of burn at 3. Yeah, that is a fairly typical AOE rotation